Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I just woke up and this whole entire video is about building a routine. If you guys are new to my channel, I usually intermittent fast every single day and I incorporate that inside of my fitness routine. But just because I intermittent fast doesn't mean I do something that's very restrictive or do anything that I can't necessarily maintain. So this video is basically going to show you how I intermittent fast and my routine in regards to fitness and how I'm able to keep up with that, what I eat in a day to lose weight, and etc. The reason I'm gonna eat around 2,000 calories or even more is because I am going to do something that is extremely strenuous for exercise this morning, and I assume I'm going to be burning around 300 to 500 calories just by doing this. So because of that, I have to eat enough. If I only ate 1,500 calories today, then technically I would be netting at 1,000 calories, and that is definitely not enough calories to eat. So the first thing that I do every single morning is brew a cup of black coffee. I actually just got a Keurig, so I'm very excited about that, but it's just plain. I'm not gonna add any sugar. I'm not gonna add any creamer inside of it. I'm going to use this as a pre-workout. There's definitely a big difference between me drinking coffee versus not, and so I'm a big coffee drinker and I'll probably have a second cup later on in the day. Lastly, the next thing that I'm going to be taking is these multivitamins. Now these are just specifically multivitamins. They have vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D3, vitamin E, K1, a bunch of stuff inside of it. Last but not least, of course, we drink a bottle of water first thing when we wake up. I'm gonna do that right now. The first thing I'm gonna do is take my dog downstairs because she has to use the bathroom, drink this water, and then on my way to go and exercise, that's when I usually drink my coffee. And as you can see, she is waiting for me to take her out. So I'm gonna go and do that right now. For exercise, I like to do a lot of cardio. So before I do any type of exercise, I usually stretch. The first thing I did was run about a mile for a warm-up. The gyms were closed this day because I filmed this part during the holiday season. I think it was actually the 1st of January, so I had to stick to natural resources for exercise, which is perfectly fine. And then I decided to go on a 1 mile or 1.5 mile walk, and this was really difficult. The next day I was super sore, but it was so beautiful outside, and I love doing this type of cardio for exercise. And this is also why I'm eating more calories today, because hiking burns a lot of calories, especially in the sun. I usually carry out my morning routines while intermittent fasting, so now it is time to break my fast. I'm going to be taking this True Fit protein powder in the flavor Cinnamon Churro by RSP Nutrition, and I absolutely love this protein powder because it tastes really good and it also has a full serving of fruits and vegetables. I took 2 cups of unsweetened vanilla almond milk and put it inside of the blender. And this protein powder specifically only has 3 grams of sugar per serving. So I added some berries to it. And today, because I had such an intense exercise routine, I added a banana inside of my smoothie for some extra carbs and just extra potassium and sugar. And this really helped me with recovery the next day. I also just added a few strawberries because I thought it would complement the banana flavor. I'm not too big on bananas. I usually don't eat them often, so I think strawberry, berry, banana smoothies would taste better. This protein shake was so good, but it was also very filling because of the protein and the banana and everything, so I actually only drank about half of it and saved the rest. Because I only drank half of my protein shake for breakfast, I didn't think that was enough. So I am just making something light on the side for breakfast as well, or to break my fast essentially. So I'm taking this ketogenic bread and spraying it with olive oil spray and toasting it that way instead of using any butter or anything to use less calories. And then I am taking some avocado and seasoning it like regular with salt and pepper. I also added some red pepper flakes on top of my avocado toast. I try to stay away from meat and dairy as much as possible, but sometimes I do crave eggs or egg whites. So today I actually made a fried egg, and I was really excited to make this because this is the first time that I've actually made an egg like this successfully. So basically I just crack an egg into the skillet, and then you make sure that the egg whites get white or cook thoroughly, but you don't mess with the middle part, or aka the yolk. And then you add water to the pan, and then you put a lid on top of it and let it steam. And then this is how you make a fried egg. And if you're one of those people who likes to be fancy or bougie like me, you add salt and pepper on top with any type of flakes, and then you open the middle yolk and kind of let it drip out, and it looks really cool. And this was really tasty. After I break my fast, that is usually when I take a shower and then start working for the day. I do work for myself. I am a full-time content creator, so a large part of my job is keeping up with my fitness, the way that I look, and then basically filming content. So I do this every single day. I go and work out, intermittent fast, break my fast, take a shower, and then get ready and start filming, answering emails, taking Zoom calls, and etc. And usually when I am doing my makeup, I listen to music, and I cannot play the music. I was actually listening to Summer Walker right here. Let me know if you're interested in what type of products I use. It takes me usually like an hour and a half to be able to do my hair and my makeup fully to film videos. So it does take me a long time, but as you can see, I literally transform myself into a different person. When I'm done, I script my videos and then just set up my camera. If it's a talking video, I just sit in my living room. If it's a food video, then I film my day-to-day or the meals that I create. So after I get done with filming for the day, I usually eat my second meal. And so I'm just taking some plant-based meat and I put oil on it using the spray instead of the actual bottle of oil for less calories. And then I am seasoning up my meat. I'm putting my ground meat on these lettuce wraps, and then the next thing I'm putting on top of the lettuce wraps are corn and tomatoes. I actually haven't been including corn in my diet, and I saw it in a previous video and I was like, why not? I try this. And then I'm also taking some cheese and putting it on top as well. And then the last thing I am putting on top of the lettuce wraps is this avocado ranch dressing. And I think this is vegetarian. I believe it has egg whites, but it is dairy free. And that is what I'm using as a sauce. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's weight loss slash fitness vlog, I'm going to be showing you guys some things from what I eat in a day, and more importantly, my intermittent fasting routine for weight loss. If you guys are new to my channel, I lost over 130 pounds and I dieted and I exercised, yes, but one way that I believe I accomplished my weight loss goals, and especially in such a short amount of time, is by intermittent fasting. And even though I have lost the weight and kept it off, I still practice intermittent fasting till this day, and it is something that helps me maintain my weight but also remain disciplined, and it just works conveniently for my schedule, and I feel so much better when I intermittent fast on a daily basis. This whole video is kind of how I intermittent fast for weight loss, but I'm just going to break it down to you guys if you are maybe a little bit confused on exactly how to intermittent fast when you are trying to lose weight. So intermittent fasting basically means you're eating for a certain period of time, and then for another certain period of time you are not eating anything at all, technically water fasting. Now there are some exceptions to this. You can have tea, you can have black coffee without any cream or any sugar, or you can just have plain water while intermittent fasting during your non-feeding window. Whenever I intermittent fast, I like to usually have drinks plain, or in some exception I do add stevia to them, but I also have different types of products that I use, such as a pre-workout or stevia or any type of sweetener that doesn't have any sugar or calories, that allow me to remain in a intermittent fasted state but also drink things or consume things. There are different ways to intermittent fast. If you are trying to lose weight, you obviously want to have some type of calorie deficit. You can have 3 meals a day and eat for 8 hours, which is technically considered the 16 to 8 intermittent fasting method. Or you can have only 1 meal a day, which is the most restrictive intermittent fasting method for weight loss, which is basically what it sounds like. It's where you only eat 1 meal a day, and I fluctuate throughout these methods depending on what I am most comfortable with. But for the most part, I do intermittent fast, and I mostly eat only 2 meals a day and like a drink, like a protein shake, to be able to get my nutrients in and protein. One thing that I use to be able to track my fasting hours is called the app WeFast. With the app WeFast, you can get a personalized weight loss plan. So basically, when you download the app for the first time, it asks you a list of questions. What is your weight? What is your height? What is your activity level? And what diet you're following, to be able to customize what type of fasting hours you would like to follow. It also gives you guided insight and instructions on how to exactly follow that intermittent fasting routine. So I know a lot of people have confusion about exactly how to intermittent fast or how to include it in their daily schedule, and this app will literally tell you how to do that. In addition to WeFast giving you your own personalized intermittent fasting plan, it'll also allow you to track your hours. It has an intermittent fasting timer, so you can basically put in the hours that you are fasting for, the hours that you start your fast and break your fast. And also it'll have a feature where it'll give you an alarm to notify you what times you should start eating and stop eating, which is really convenient for you to understand what method you are following, especially if you're intermittent fasting as a beginner. On the app WeFast, you can also track your daily fasting progress or your weekly fasting progress, so you can see if you've been consistent throughout the week and how much you've eaten and the hours that you've actually fasted for, which is super helpful. Moving on to meal 3, I had an intense craving for burgers, but chicken burgers or chicken patties for some reason. So I'm taking these plant-based chicken patties. I know they look like real ones, but it's just imitation. And I'm just seasoning them, not really seasoning them, but just putting salt on them because they're already flavored. So I didn't want to mess with the flavor too much. And then I'm adding some arugula or spring mix on top. Next, I'm taking some sweet potato fries and putting them inside of my air fryer. Next, I sliced an avocado and added it to my plate. I know I used avocado for my breakfast, but I wanted it again for some reason. Lastly, I added some unsweetened ketchup to this little dish that I had for sauces, and this was my last meal for the day. After dinner, I just edited some videos. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's weight loss slash fitness vlog, I'm going to be showing you guys some things from what I eat in a day and more importantly, my intermittent fast. I usually start fasting at 6 p.m. and go to bed at 10 or 11, and from 6 to 10 p.m. every single night. That is usually where I get most of my editing done. So I just drink water or I drink tea in the meantime to be able to intermittent fast. And sometimes I take this bedtime tea and it actually makes you go to sleep. I think it's made with chamomile. And this is my daily routine for weight loss.